Welcome back. Welcome. I'm Mr. Bitcoin Maxi. We are all Bitcoin Maxis. Now, before we get into today's video, I want to thank everybody that is currently subscribed to the Bitcoin Maxi channel. You all have shown a lot of love and support, and it's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. We've already crossed 500 subscribers. Statistically speaking, that is not common in the YouTube space. Now, let's get into today's video. With rising costs of electricity, rising costs of phone bills, rising costs of insurance, property taxes, I find that I made this video, I was inspired to make this video from a comment. So on my video, where would you rank with $10 a day investing into Bitcoin? Now, I seen a comment on there where somebody said $300 is too much to invest every month with rising costs of utilities. So I thought, what better way to make a video than to present a solution to the problem? Now, with inflation, that is something that we are experiencing, and that's the cause of rising utility bills and property taxes, rent, okay? And so another issue is that we're about to face is that if the Fed cuts rates here in the United States, if they do 25, 50 basis points, which I think they're going to do 50 basis points, the issue is things are going to get more expensive. So what does that mean if you just save cash? That means that your purchasing power is going to get less, which in turn means that things are going to go up even more, as in groceries, as in utilities, possibly gas. But that is what that means for your money sitting in the savings and you not being able to stack more Bitcoin. While Bitcoin historically goes up when inflation rises, right? So let's get into it about how this affects you. Now, it affects you because if there's no way that you can scale down your bills, then you can't save Bitcoin. You can't save for your financial future. Now, an example, I had a Verizon phone bill, and I was one of those people that went and I got the latest iPhone, I got the Apple Watch, and I was paying extra. I was paying every month for it, included in my bill. So when I took my finances serious and I started noticing, wow, this is expensive. Like $200 a month? That's outrageous. And then sometimes, which was very strange, the taxes would fluctuate every month on my phone bill. So what I did was I was like, okay, I'm going to pay this off. And once I pay this off and my phone is unlocked, I'm going to go to another carrier, like a prepaid one. So I went to Straight Talk, which is ran off Verizon towers. And I only pay $45 a month for that. Now, that extra money I'm able to put into Bitcoin. So what I'm getting at here is that you all have to understand that you have to make sacrifices for your financial future. And I know everybody's situation is different watching this. I'm not knocking you for it. But that's why in some of my videos, I always tell you guys that it's important to look at how much you're making and where your money is going and where you can scale down on your purchases. And that includes utilities. Now, there's a way that you can go and scale down your utilities. What you want to do, and what I found effective, is pull up how much you're currently paying on your bills and where you can save money. And doing this, okay, you're going to get into the mindset. And the mindset is the most important thing that I want to talk about in this video as well. When you get into a mindset of being able to be disciplined about saving money and being able to dollar cost average into Bitcoin, even if it's only $1 a day or $5 a day, you're going to get into the habit. And then you're going to start seeing you compounding your savings. And then the gains, when Bitcoin goes up over time and you're patient and you're not trying to sell it within a month, 2 months, and you have a 20, 30-year timeline, you're going to keep compounding those purchases. And when you're able to compound those purchases, you're going to be able to say, look, I like investing into Bitcoin. Now, none of this is financial advice, of course, but this is how I've gone about being able to scale down my utility bills so I can save and continuously stack Satoshis and continuously see the compounding growth on my account, continuously see my savings being able to get higher and higher and higher. And then I'm able to stack more and more Bitcoin. And it's important to also recognize that making sacrifices today is how you're going to be able to be financially free in a world full of things that are constantly going up. So another thing I want to talk about in this video is it's important to set your dollar cost average, whatever you can afford, as a bill. So what do I mean? So when you get paid, it's important to pay yourself first. So when you pay yourself, you say, look, I have a bill, an investing bill, a set amount that I have to pay. I have to pay myself first. I have to pay my financial future first, because as everything gets more and more expensive, I don't want to be more and more and more left behind. And this is something that the everyday average person is facing. They're facing rising costs. I don't care if you're making 48,000, 100,000, 150,000. Everybody is affected in some way by the rising costs of utilities, insurance, mortgages. And I'm about to make a separate video on real estate versus Bitcoin, which is also important because property taxes is a big issue. And people think that they own their homes. They don't. Even after your mortgage is paid, you don't own your home. And especially renting, right? So a lot of people are facing the issue where they're not able to even afford an apartment by themselves. They have to go and rent rooms. They have to go and basically downgrade their living, which if you're able to afford your own place, it might be a good idea, depending on how much you're making, to find a roommate temporarily so you can stack Bitcoin. So I want to come on and make this video. I appreciate you all for the love and the support on this channel. You all have been amazing. And I'm Mr. Bitcoin Maxi. We're all Bitcoin Maxis. Have a good day. Be safe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.